Welcome back to Harper Cooper's Takes, Unfiltered. I'm Harper Cooper, and today we are looking at the architectural equivalent of a midlife crisis. Ever stared at the historic, hallowed monuments of Washington, D.C., and thought, you know what this place needs? Less solemn dignity and more suburban New Jersey water park? Did I hear a no? Well, too bad, because the developer in chief is back and he's treating America's most sacred historic landmarks like a foreclosed golf resort he bought at a bankruptcy auction. Today, we are diving face first into the absolute vanity circus that is Donald Trump's hostile takeover of the National Mall. From blowing up history for a dance floor to turning the Lincoln Memorial into a cheap backyard pool. Grab your floaties, friends, because it gets incredibly tacky. Let's start with his latest masterpiece of cultural vandalism, the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool. You know, that historic 2,000-foot basin where Martin Luther King Jr. delivered the I Have a Dream speech? Trump looked at it and decided it was filthy. Why? Because a friend told him so. Naturally, national policy is now made based on what random friends whisper in his ear. So, what's the fix? He's coating the historic concrete basin in a chemical sludge he calls, unironically, American flag blue. I can hear Trump now. Oh, I wanted turquoise, folks, like the Bahamas, but they told me American flag blue is more patriotic. He literally told contractors to think of it as a swimming pool. And the best part? He claimed his buddy pool guys from Palm Beach could whip it up in a week for 1.5 million bucks. Flash forward to right now. The contract has ballooned to over $13 million of taxpayer money. And last week, he literally drove his armored SUV across the empty pool basin just to admire his own reflection. Because nothing says for the American people like tire tracks on a national monument. But wait, it gets better. Or worse. Definitely worse. If you thought painting the mall was bad, as we know, he literally bulldozed the east wing of the White House. Why? To clear space for a massive gold-plated championship-level presidential ballroom. Because when the American people are dealing with inflation and the cost of living, what they really need is a place for Trump to host state dinners where he can look at portraits of himself. He claims it's for the public. Right, because the average American citizen is definitely getting an invite to a black tie gala at the newly flattened White House grounds. A federal judge actually told him he needed congressional approval to keep building it above ground. But the administration just flipped the courts the big old bird and appealed. Because laws are just suggestions when you're building an ego monument. And finally, the piece de resistance. Trump is pushing for a massive 250-foot triumphal arch near Arlington National Cemetery. Let's be fucking real for a second. Julius Caesar built triumphal arches. Napoleon built triumphal arches. Dictators build triumphal arches. You know who doesn't? Democratic republics that honor humble service. Vietnam War veterans are currently suing the administration because this monstrous ego gate is going to completely block the historic sightlines between Arlington Cemetery and the Lincoln Memorial. But why honor the fallen soldiers when we can honor the man who thinks a city isn't beautiful unless his name is slapped on it in 24-karat gold? He's already managed to force his name onto the Kennedy Center and the U.S. Institute of Peace. The arch is just the final gaudy cherry on top. Make no mistake, none of this is for the American people. This is the weaponization of public space to soothe one man's crippling insecurity. It's a vanity project, masquerading as patriotism. Let me know in the comments below. Are you booking your tickets to the new National Mall theme park? Or are you buying a bucket of gray paint to fix this mess? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and try not to drown in the American flag blue nightmare. I'm Harper Cooper, and this was Takes Unfiltered. See you next time.